So this is what I think makes the ultimate brew kit for a day hike. Obviously, loads of different stoves, and I've got pretty much all of them, from a jet boil all the way to different types of gas ones, Kelly kettle as well. All got their purpose, all useful for some things, but this is the ultimate brew kit, I think, for sticking in your rucksack for a day hike and making a brew whenever you need one. So let's get into it. It's obviously made up of a Crusader cup, a military style Crusader cup. And it's got one of these lids on, which never seem to fit properly, but there's a lid on as well. And because it doesn't fit, I've got this Trangia strap, compression strap here, which keeps it all nice and tight. The strap is around about 60 centimeters in length. So, you can buy these. You don't have to buy the Trangia one. You can get cheaper ones from Amazon or wherever it is, but 60 centimeters, and it seems to work ideal. Open it up, and that's the lid. And then inside, straight away, what I have here is a very, very cheap homemade windshield, and it's just made from one of those tin foil trays, those baking trays that you can get. One of the turkey ones for Christmas, I think it is. Use it occasionally. It's literally just cut up like that, so I can wrap it round if I need to. Use it occasionally, but more often than not, I don't need to. I just go somewhere sheltered. And then the actual stove itself is in here. And as I say, I have tried just about every sort of stove you can imagine. And this is finally it. So one of these little canvas bags, wax cotton bags. You get these from all over the place. I think this got this cheap one from Amazon. Some form of lighter. I sometimes have a lighter in here. But I really like these ferrous rods. This is what the Ramir's one, I think. Really good one, really strong, really works well. But you can have a lighter as well. And I've just put, if it's just for the day hike, I take whatever I want, coffee bag, tea bag, whatever it is. But I really like these Nescafe 2-in-1s. I didn't even know these did these. I knew they did a 3-in-1, but they actually do 3-in-1s as well. They actually do 2-in-1s as well. And I really like these because I don't particularly like sugar in my coffee. Works really well. Sometimes, if I'm going out for an actual day hike, for a proper and good walk, then I will take a little bag with other coffees and teas and hot chocolates and snacks and whatever it is. But I always make sure I've just got one in here, so it's always ready to go. And then this is the stove itself. It is a Trangia spirit burner. So I'm sure everyone is very much aware of how these work. Take the lid off here. And there you go. You can carry it with some fuel in, as long as you've got a good quality O-ring. The O-ring's in good nick, so you have to keep an eye on that. And just make sure it's always got some fuel in. Try to keep it always upright in here, so it doesn't, no risk of spilling, but it's never really spilled. And this is actually, I guess, the stove, the apparatus that you need to make a brew. As I say, I have tried so many different types, but this cheap thing here, aluminium, I'm sure I just got it from Amazon. If I have, I'll try and put the link below. This is absolutely fantastic. I use it like this, light it, like my stove, and I can light it with the base on as well. So just light it here with a knife to scrape that off. Then fill those water up, obviously, and put it on, and that's it. And it works so well. You know that if you use one of these Trangia stoves, you've got these kind of little jets, or these little holes here, which kind of produce kind of a jet when the liquid starts to vaporize and really sort of get going. I've found that if I put it on completely, actually going kind of covering that entire hole, before those jets have started to go, it can put my the stove out, the Trangia out. So what I do is I just make sure that there's a little bit open at the one end, so something like that. Just making sure there's a little bit of a gap, just until it starts to light properly, and then I can put it on fully, and it's absolutely fine. Or just be a bit more patient and let it kind of go, and then put it on, and it's absolutely fine. And you put your lid on, and it boils within around, well, depending on the weather and all that kind of stuff, and the wind, around about 10-15 minutes. And it's one of the best things about using an alcohol stove like this, spirit stove, alcohol stove, is it's silent. It's not like your jet bowl's brilliant, gets it done within a few minutes, well, 90 seconds, isn't it? But it's just so noisy, and this is so peaceful, so relaxing. You can just sit there, and it makes you take those 10-15 minutes just to relax and wait for your brew. Other great thing I love about this stove, and this is one of the reasons I use it so much, is I also take this stove when I go camping for like a night away, and if you just turn it around, You can then put whatever pan you've got on top of there as well, frying pan, whatever it is, on top of there, and it works brilliantly. I can't balance this on properly when it's like that, which is why when I'm making a brew, I'll literally turn it around. And that's it. And I think after many years of trial and error, this is the ultimate little brew kit. It's small, it's compact, you can take it anywhere. I have been abroad and taken it. Obviously I empty out the spirits when I take it, so it's completely empty, and then buy some more fuel when I'm abroad. So you can take it absolutely anywhere. And it's, if you've not gone out and made yourself a wild brew on a walk, I thoroughly recommend it.